Hello, hello. Trying something new today. This is day 4 of 21 days of practice. So, welcome to 21 days of practice, where we are practicing releasing resistance to anything good. I'm your host, Laura V., and I invite you to practice with me. This is the 21 Days of Practice series. In this series, we will practice releasing resistance to anything good by doing vagal toning exercises, tapping exercises, and energy or moving meditation exercises. We are also learning to feel safe in our bodies so we can enjoy the good things in our lives. So today's practice, we are focusing on tapping. I am being guided to tap on the subject of money. If this isn't something you resonate with, feel free to tap on a subject that is more relevant to you. Here's how you can modify this. In the setup statement, state what is bothering you most right now and end with, I unconditionally love and accept myself. In the tapping, focus on the subject in your setup statement. As you tap, feel into what wants to be said or anything that comes up. This is the heart of the process. All right, let's begin. Okay, so first we're going to connect with our body through our breath. Then we're going to do a vagal toning exercise that I open every session with. And then we're going to tune into our higher self today. This is a practice that I do regularly with people, but I haven't done it yet with this particular practice. So we're adding that in today, and then we're going to do the tapping. So connecting body with through our breath. So basically just close your eyes, tune into your body, tune into your breath. Take some deep, relaxed breaths. Yawning is good. It means you're moving energy. It also means that you're relaxing. And your body is releasing tension and anxiety. And I'm going to be more mindful about sitting up straight and not leaning over so much. All righty. If you want, you can put a hand over your heart space if that helps, but it's not required. Take a few breaths, breathing in from your heart space, breathing out from your heart space, breathing in, breathing out. Good. Now, relax your jaw. Make sure there's space between your teeth, but hopefully your jaw will feel just kind of relaxed and loose and easy. And then you can tilt your head up a little bit if you want, but basically we're softening the eyes. And the way that has helped me to do that is to imagine that I'm warming my face with the sun. So I have my face turned up towards the sun and taking in the warmth. If I feel my eyes relaxing, and if I stay long enough with this, don't tilt too back that it feels uncomfortable, just a little bit. Um, if you stay with it long enough, you'll find more muscles in your face start to relax, which is kind of fun. We have a ridiculous amount of muscles in our face. There are a lot. I took vocal pedagogy and had to study all of that. And I'm like, I can't possibly memorize all these muscles. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. All right. So just relax. We're waiting for a sign of release, and that shows up either as a yawn, like I just did, a sigh, or a swallow, or it can be all three. Now, probably not at the same time, but in order. So there was a swallow. I had kind of a sigh while I was talking. Here comes another yawn. Now, the cool thing is, it could take 5 seconds to 5 minutes for that first sign of release to come. But, I've gotten to the point where I feel it within a couple of seconds. So I've learned just to stay with it just a little bit longer to see how much deeper I can relax into this. And your body's going to love you for it. So if you have the time, give your body the time to really feel into this and really move into this. I probably just said the same thing twice. Sorry. Okay. Next step, tuning into your compassionate higher self. Okay. So I was taught in vacations to call in my higher self, but after a while, I learned all I had to do was tune into my heart space and just invite. You don't even have to think it or say it explicitly. You can just think of your higher self and the energy will show up. It's kind of cool. So yeah, you can do it by just tuning into your heart space and relaxing and allowing. But you can ask to specifically feel the compassion of your higher self. So you can think something like, I invite the compassion of my higher self in now. That's one thing you can do. You can say it out loud, you don't have to. Now, another thing I've been playing with recently is going down to my lower dantian, which is where your sacral is, like between your belly button and your pelvis, that lower abdomen area. You can sink your awareness down there. Oh boy, that feels good. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of releasing right now. Okay, so you can relax into that and just kind of sit into it. And what I find when I do that is I feel the support of my higher self. Now, for those who study the hara, which actually is a Japanese term meaning in your belly or something, but it's considered a spiritual seat of power, and it's considered to be where your soul resides. Now, I've always thought, you tune into your heart space and to access it, but there is a different quality when you go down there and just really feel into that. So I invite you to try that. See if that works for you. So we'll just sit here for a minute and let ourselves be filled with that compassionate presence of our higher self. Because money is a really charged subject for me. It is something I've struggled with for a long time. I've made progress with it and I still struggle. It's kind of wild. It's like, so I'm pulling in, all the help I can get. So if you want to call in your angels, your guides to support you as we do this, you are welcome to. And I'll give you kind of a preview of what we're gonna do. Um, the key to tapping is first you feel into what is it that's most active for you right now? Like what's bothering you the most right in this moment? And that's usually a good indicator of what is ready to be released. And so you feel into how active that is in your body on a scale from 1 to 10, because the idea is that the tapping will lower that impact or that activation, that intensity of the problem in your body, your mind, whatever, right now. So you want to get a baseline. You want to know a starting point so that you can check it with an ending point. That's the purpose of that. Okay, so then what we're going to tap on, I was practicing this morning, and what came to me was 4 setup statements to do a round or two of tapping on. So the first one is, even though I'm scared or worried about money, I unconditionally love and accept myself. Again, if that isn't resonating for you, choose something else. Um, However, I do remember when I was first doing this, I had a really hard time saying or accepting I unconditionally love and accept myself. That was really hard for me to do in the beginning. And what What changed everything for me was when I learned how to bring in the compassion of my higher self, because then I was able to find that love for me because I could feel it from my higher self. And so that's why I encourage us to tune into our compassionate higher self to help soften any resistance you might have to that particular part of the statement. So that's the method to my madness. Okay. So then the second setup statement is, even though I don't know where the money is coming from, I unconditionally love and accept myself. Because that's, the main worry, right? It's like, I don't have enough money and I don't know where I'm going to get it from. That's what causes the fear. If you knew, oh, the money's coming, you're not going to be nearly as afraid about this, right? So, what's behind that fear often is, I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know how to get it. And so yeah, and then it's like, oof, there comes up the fear. Okay. So we're going to address that. Like, I'm being direct and purposeful with this today because I'm not messing around. Yeah. So there's that. And then, even though I don't know where the money is coming from, I know my higher self does. And I trust her or him or it to take care of this, as I unconditionally love and accept myself. Now, that's not about abdicating responsibility. That's about saying, hey, humanly, I can't see a way here. So I am handing this over to you to do one of two things. Either to guide me with some direction, like a thought, an idea, it'll pop up sometime in your head, or money will just show up. It's going to be one or the two, one of the two. But the point is, I know my higher self knows how to solve this problem. That's the big one for me. That's where I'm coming from here. I know my higher self has the solution. I may be having trouble trusting that. There may be a lot of fear getting in the way of that, but I know that to be true. And I'm going to take a minute to explain this, because I don't want there to be any confusion or doubt about where I'm coming from and why I'm doing this way. I have had many instances where I was really suffering and I did not know where to turn. But then, but see, I've always known. See, I was taught this at a very early age, that the statement, divine love always has met and always will meet every human need. And my grandma and my mom proved that over and over through prayer, through Christian Science. That's what I grew up in. And even though I would be doubting that, even though I would be buried in fear, something would happen. Someone would show up or a thought would come. Something would happen to help me get into that direction. It maybe didn't happen right away. Maybe it took a few steps, but there was something or someone at every step helping me move towards it. And secondly, I've had calls from people over the last 15 years at least, where they're struggling with something like a health challenge, or they can't find a job, or they have no money and don't know where it's coming from. I mean, people have called me with this kind of stuff. And oh boy, I'd be like, yeah, your situation's really dire. And I feel like I would feel so inadequate. Like, but I know all I can tell you, not knowing that this was the most powerful thing I could tell them, is that I know divine love is meeting your need right now. I know there is a solution. And and that would be it. Some idea might come to me to share with them to kind of break them out of it, but um it would always be from that place. And sure enough, the problem would resolve itself within a few days to a week. Now, for some people, it took a little bit longer, but here's the thing. Here's the deal here. a shift would happen where they would feel more hopeful, or there would be some sort of resolution, but then the problem would show up again. And so each time I would address it and provide, and listen for an answer and share it. And then within days, a shift would happen. And eventually, a total solution or resolution to the problem. So sometimes it takes a few of these to get there, but there's always a shift that happens very quickly. That has been my experience. And so these are just, I'm just finding more and more tools to help me release that fear so that I can see and experience a resolution to the problem. And so this is where I'm coming from, and this is why I'm going to these statements. It's not spiritual bypassing. It's not I'm abdicating responsibility for this. That's not it. That's not it at all. I'm just acknowledging that I humanly cannot figure this out, but I know that there is an intelligence or a presence that is always with me that has the higher picture. And that's where I'm working from. I just wanted to be clear about that. So I also acknowledged as I was doing this morning that even though I can't trust my higher self to take care of this, there's a fear there that my higher self can't do this. I deeply and unconditionally love and accept myself, because even though from a fear place, I think you haven't helped me before, so why should I trust you now? From a knowing place, I know that there is a solution. I know there is a resolution. Actually, I'm just being reminded, one year we had a repair expense that we didn't have the money for, but I just had this deep sense, this peace and this trust that it was the right thing to do. So I said, let's do it. Not, I hadn't remembered that I was renting land to a neighbor and he would give me a check within the first week of December every year. So I was surprised when the money showed up, because I was like, I don't know where the money's going to come from, but I know we should do this. And then, of course, within a couple of days, the money came through, and it's like, oh, duh, of course. In the moment, I didn't know, but I still trusted because some part of me knew this was coming. And so that's the idea there. Okay. So I just wanted to, I, I, I didn't, I wanted to resolve any fears or concerns about this session. So that's why I'm talking you through it first, so that if this is something you're like, yeah, no, I'm out of here, you're welcome. You don't have to do every single practice with me. It's totally your choice, and no harm, no foul. But if you're up for this and want to do this with me, I invite you to join me now. Okay. All right. Let's do this. So, okay. So we're talking about um, fear or worry about money. So feeling into that, it's like, yeah, I'm not as lit up on, it's not as charged for me now as it was this morning. Now I'm probably at like a 4, maybe. But if I think about, I don't know where the money is coming from, let's tune into that. Yeah, now I can feel the charge a bit more. So that's maybe a 6. So we're gonna go with that. Okay. So, let's do a quick tapping session on the fear, and then we'll move into do four four rounds because I really want to be thorough with this. Um, I really want to be thorough. Leave no stone unturned, as I say. Okay, so here we go. Actually, I'm being guided to start with tapping into my heart space, so I'm going to do that. You're welcome to join me. Or you can do some deep breathing or some vagal toning, whatever feels good to you. Oh, here I am leaning again, partly because I want to be able to read this. because I took my glasses off. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, just tuning in. So we're tuning into the compassion of our higher self. And now we'll start the setup statement. So here we go. Even though I'm scared or worried about money, I unconditionally love and accept myself. We do this 3 times. So here's number 2. Even though I'm scared or worried about money, I unconditionally love and accept myself. That feels good already. Even though I'm scared or worried about money, I unconditionally love and accept myself. And now we're going to tap. I'm worried about money. On the side, I'm worried about money. Under the eye, I'm worried about money. It's releasing. Under the nose, I'm worried about money. On the chin, I'm worried about money. Even if you're not feeling it, even if you're feeling it, like go down, keep going. I'm worried about money. Lots of something. I'm worried about money under the armpit. And then the head. All right, we're releasing that baby. Okay. Now, I think what most tappers would do is they would just keep going, even though the picture's changing. But for me, I want to do the setup statement. So this may not be the correct way to tap, but this is the way that feels the best for me right now. So we're going back to the karate chop, which is the side of the hand. And we're going to do the next one. Even though I don't know where the money is coming from, I unconditionally love and accept myself. Even though I don't know where the money is coming from, I unconditionally love and accept myself. The third time, even though I don't know where the money's coming from, I unconditionally love and accept myself. All right, so the eyebrows. I don't know where the money's coming from. The eye. I don't know where the money's coming from. I should say the side. Here we go. Now under the eye. I don't know where the money's coming from. I don't know where it's coming from, and it bothers me. It bothers me that I don't know where it's coming from. It makes me nervous that I don't know where the money's coming from. I'm worried that I don't know where the money is coming from. And then I'm just releasing with the head. Okay. So now feel into that. Okay, now we're going to do another round. My higher self has a plan or knows where it's coming from. I know my higher self has a plan or knows where the money's going to come from. I know my higher self knows where it's coming from. I know my higher self knows. My higher self does have a plan or knows where it's coming from. My higher self knows. My higher self knows. My higher self knows. If you need a little more direction, I apologize. I'll be a little more, I'll be sure to mention where we're tapping in these next couple rounds. All right, so we're going to skip the setup statement about the higher self having a plan thing because we already have that. I think the key is um it's it's the trust factor that I want to address next. So we're going to do a setup statement about that. Even though I know my higher self has a plan or knows where the money's coming from, I don't trust my higher self to come through for me. And even though I feel that way, I deeply and unconditionally love and accept myself. Even though I know that my higher self has a plan or knows where it's coming from, I don't really trust my higher self to come through. And even though I feel that way, I deeply and unconditionally love and accept myself. Even though I know that my higher self has a plan. And even though I know I can't trust my higher self, or I feel I can't trust my higher self, I unconditionally love and accept myself. All right, here we go. I'm scared to trust. So the eyebrows, sorry. Scared to trust. Side of the eye. I'm scared to trust. Beneath the eye, I don't trust my higher self to come through for this. Under the nose, I really don't trust my higher self to come through for me. The chin, I don't trust my higher self. The collarbone, I don't trust my higher self to help with this. Under the armpit, I don't trust my higher self. And then top of the head. Okay, we're going to keep going because this is going to be a couple of rounds. This is going to be good though. Here we go. I'm scared to let go of control. I'm scared that if I let go and trust my higher self, it's not going to work. I'm scared to let go of control. I'm really not sure about trusting my higher self with this. I really don't want to let go of control. I don't want to let go because I don't trust my higher self. I don't want to let go. And then top of the head. Sorry. All right. Here's the next one. I can't trust because I've been burned before. I can't trust because my higher self didn't come through before. I can't trust because I've been burned before. I've been burned before. I've been burned before. I have felt betrayed, abandoned, and totally disappointed before. I felt abandoned and I've been burned before. My past doesn't support this idea. Past experience. All right, let's tune into that one. So now we're going to do a couple more rounds, but I just wanted to take a break and really breathe in because now we're going to turn this around. Here we go. The eyebrows. I can trust my higher self. I really can trust. I really can trust that there's a solution and that I can see it. I can trust that there is an answer. I can trust my higher self to guide me. I can trust because I've learned so much. I can trust. I really can trust. Okay, here we go. I can let go and allow. Yes, I can let go and allow. Sorry, my glasses. I can let go and allow. I can go and allow. The chin, I can let go and allow. Clavicle, I can let go and allow. Under the armpit, I can let go and allow. And the top of the head, I can allow. All right, this one's good too. I can forgive the past. I can forgive the past. The past is not necessarily my present. I can let go of the past. The past is not necessarily my present. Well, the past most certainly is not my present. I can let go of the past. I can let go. And then we're going to tap in. This is a new day. The side of the eye. This is a new day. Under the eye. This is a new day. Under the nose. This is a new day. The chin. This is a new day. Clavicle. This is a new day. Under the armpit. This is a new day. And top of the head. This is a new day. Oh my goodness, it just fills me with so much happiness and joy and hope. And I know that's my higher self speaking through me, and I'm so grateful. So take a breath, tune into your body, think about your worries about money. Where are you now? So, this idea that I don't know where the money's coming from. Yeah, I know I'm feeling no charge. Instead, I'm feeling happiness and joy and promise. What a beautiful place to be. Mm. Now, the real test will be to see what happens. But I just know something's gonna knock my socks off. I just know it. Something's coming that's going to show me that you can trust this. You did the work and it works. Okay. So, what I had in my notes next is to do some vagal toning. Um, we could do just some humming. So let's just put our hands down on our laps and om. You can just say om. Om. Doesn't have to be singing. You just hold the om. If you want to go a little lower, om. Om. Find a place in your voice that works. Om. Oh, that feels really good. Yeah, find something that feels good. Om. 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 I feel so calm and relaxed. It's kind of crazy. I'm really excited about this. Okay. So, if you need a little bit more, this invocation came through that we can try. It's Spirit that I am, divine allies. Please help me to trust my higher self to take care of me completely to the greatest extent that serves highest good, please. This or something better. Let me see if I want to adjust that a little bit now that we've done this work. You know what? Maybe we could take the take care of me put out. We'll do please help me to trust my higher self completely and unconditionally to the greatest extent that serves me is good. Let's do that one. So close your eyes, tune into your body through your breath, tune into your higher self, and repeat after me. Spirit that I am, divine allies. Please help me to trust my higher self completely and unconditionally, especially around money, to the greatest extent that serves highest good, this or something better. And then relax and allow. Now, the job here isn't to try to make that happen, reach out to higher self. No, your job is to completely become passive. Relax, open, and allow. Because the energy's right there. But you have to be in a relaxed state to allow it, which is why we did all this tapping and vagal toning to prepare the body to be able to receive this energy. So we're going to let the energy just run its course. If you're not feeling anything, don't worry. You'll probably feel it in a minute or two. You might feel it later on. It's kind of crazy, but it's all good. So we're just going to stay here for a few moments and let that energy run. I'm feeling tingling in parts of my body I don't normally feel tingling, and it feels good. It actually felt like my wings in my back were unfurling. It was so cool. Like, okay, this is awesome. This is fantastic. Relax and allow to receive. All right. How are you doing? I know this one is a bit of a long one, but I feel it's an important one and a good one. So, thank you for joining me in this practice. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. That was absolutely amazing. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe. And also, adding a comment also helps the algorithm show this video to other people. So, just a quick like, I enjoyed it, or this was great, thank you. Anything, just anything would help a lot. So, that would be great. And and I am creating, I have, and I'm continuing to create exclusive content for those who register for the practice. It's free. It's not costing you anything. So if you would like to receive this bonus content and attend the live events, our first one will be on Saturday, December 6th. You may register in the link in the description box, and I will also put it in the comments section. So I would love to have you join us in our little group that have registered for the practice. You are under no obligation, but I do have some extra stuff that I'm going to be sending those who've registered on their email. And so I just thought I'd let you know that in case you wanted to check that out. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.